Hi guys. It's so funny because I've started this video 3 times, and every single time I started it, I got really, really tongue-tied and couldn't get out what I was trying to say. So I'm feeling Mercury retrograde already. I know it's not going to happen for another couple of weeks, but we do have a shadow period before that, which I believe we go into the shadow period this week. Retrograde happens in Leo on July 4th. I believe it's the 4th. Pretty sure I'm going to double check that really quick before July 7th. It's July 7th. But it's so funny because my Mercury is in Leo, and I'm so excited for Mercury to move from Cancer to Leo and for Mars to move from Cancer to Leo, which is happening this week. So Mercury moves on the 26th, which is in 2 days. And Mars moves on July 1st into Leo. But because we're going into Mercury retrograde, it's going to be a very interesting time. We have the eclipse with the new moon in Cancer, and we have Mercury retrograde all happening at the same time. So Mercury is going to go into Leo on the 7th. It'll go retrograde. I'm sorry, Mercury goes into Leo on the 26th. It goes retrograde on the 7th. It goes back into Cancer on July 19th. So it'll retrograde back into Cancer, and then it goes direct again on the 31st of July. And then we'll move back into Leo on August 19th. So it's very, we're going to have that bounce like we normally do. But because it's between, yes, it's between a water sign and a fire sign, but it's not going to be as harsh. I don't feel like it's going to be as harsh as it was when we had the retrograde during Pisces season or in Pisces, right? That one was really, really hard. But there was also other aspects that are going on. Now, the things that I do want you to remember is we do have a new moon eclipse, full solar eclipse in Cancer on July 2nd. What does this mean? Well, this total solar eclipse, it won't be able to be seen in the States. I think it's going to be seen like in India, maybe even Africa, I think. But this is supposed to be bringing in a lot of, like, Cancer's a very cardinal sign, right? Cancer's the go-getter. They like get out there and they do it. They just go for it. The thing is they put all their emotions into whatever they're going for, right? It's like an all or nothing kind of thing. So this new eclipse, or this eclipse, this total solar eclipse that's happening is really going to bring up a lot of, what is it that you feel like you just need to start in your life? Like, there's no more allowing yourself to play it small. There's no more allowing yourself to continue to play by the rules of other people. And I feel like you're going to be seeing a lot of this also kind of like in the general public, where people are just like, they're not going to put up with people telling them they can't do something anymore. This could be a good thing or a bad thing. So when it comes to your own life, which I'm a very big advocate of staying in your own lane, I will give you advice. I will give you my opinion. I will even give you my scientific advice after looking at the planets and seeing how everything is reacting to each other, especially with Neptune in retrograde right now. There is a realism. There is a reality that is being shown to us. It's not an illusion anymore, right? And Neptune will be retrograde until November, till the end of November. So we have this 6-month period of, it's time to take charge of what it is that you really want to do and take action on it. Stop making excuses just because somebody told you 2 years ago that you're this particular person or that you can't do this. Stop making excuses because you feel like you have to play it small or play it safe. It's not about playing it safe anymore. Be real to yourself, right? But also, that doesn't mean that you get in somebody else's lane and tell them how to live. because there's a lot of very big opinions going on right now. And there's a lot of questioning your own stability. So when somebody else comes in and tells you their own opinion about the way they think you should be doing things, or the way they think your life would be better, you can look at them now and you can say, I really appreciate your opinion, but it's not necessarily your place to tell me how to live. And the funny thing is a lot of people aren't giving this as an opinion. They think that what they're telling you is the real thing, is the real deal. Okay? So it's all about standing up for yourself. It's all about allowing yourself to no longer play small. It's all about allowing yourself to and I'm reminiscing on the total solar eclipse that we had in Leo in 2017. And that was my year where I had to stop playing small. And I had to stop playing by the rules of everybody else. The way everybody else wanted me to play by the rules, I was done with that. Like, there was no more taking advantage of Betsy being the nice guy anymore. I'm not perfect. I'm not saying that I'm like this perfect person and I never did anything wrong, or I never said anything wrong, or I never hurt anybody's feelings. But I'm not the person that's going to look at everybody and be like, you know, you really should take that person's advice because they probably know better than you. No. This is the time to get in touch with your higher self. If you don't know how to get in touch with your higher self, that's something that meditation can really help you with. Something that I teach with my one-on-one alignment coaching is how to get quiet, get in touch with your higher self, and raise your vibration, right? It's time to really, when we are not playing small anymore and we're allowing ourselves to move forward in a really big way, our vibrations raise naturally. Like, it's kind of this natural high that happens. So not a lot of really big things that are happening particularly today, but we have a lot of energies that are coming up. We have Neptune retrograde. Neptune retrograde in itself is really, for me, being a Virgo and Neptune being the planet that rules Pisces, which is just my opposite, and Neptune is actually in Pisces and has been there since 2012 and will be there till 2025. I like it when Neptune is retrograde because we all get to be a little bit more realistic for a while. This also means that you can't hide from yourself anymore. Like, there's, how do I put this? So the thought of you doing a particular thing in your life to get by, to make it, you know, this is going to be the easiest path for me to take in order for me to level up, or in order for me to get to where I'm going to take this easy road. This Neptune retrograde is going to really look at you and be like, listen, there's nothing easy about this road, and we're going to make you detour this way because realistically you need to have these lessons that are showing up for you. We have Jupiter retrograde, we have Saturn retrograde, we have Pluto retrograde, and Neptune retrograde. All the big planets, all the big players out there, right? The ones that transit very slowly are in retrograde. And Neptune, Jupiter, Saturn, all in their home signs while they're in retrograde. So this is really, really a time, I need to put this on Do Not Disturb, sorry guys. This is really a time to be authentic. Authenticity is huge right now. So stay in your own lane. When other people give you advice, thank them for the advice and tell them that you appreciate it, but you're going to do it this way. You're going to do it your way instead. And allow yourself to dream big right now, because when you dream big, you can put a realism, a realistic quality to it. Saturn and the North Node are still in opposition. So Saturn is saying, you know, the things that you really want to do in your life, the things that you are purposefully made for in this existence, in your life, if you do it by the book, if you allow yourself to take the much needed steps forward to do it analytically, and in a straight line, and not like this wiggly, okay, well, I'll go over here, but then I'll go over here, but then I'll go over here, but then I'll go, like, allow yourself to make a plan. And I know that I'm being very Virgo-esque while I'm saying this, but as I roll my eyes, it's very true. But the energy right now, you want to dream really, really big, and it's okay to do that. And I want you to do that. But I also want you to allow yourself to dream big and plan it out at the same time. You know, one of the things that I really, really, and it's not even a regret, but I wish that I would have done it a little bit differently. It all smoothed out eventually. And I think I had to dive in head first without really knowing what to do. But like, I started this channel and I started my business and I started all of it without knowing anything, without knowing how to run a business, without knowing how to do any of it. And this energy right now, like, if you want to start a business, if you want to start going, if you want to be very entrepreneurial, this energy right now is really, really going to support that, because you can, this is exactly what I mean. You can dream big, but have a plan. Just remember with that plan to make sure that there's enough cushion there for the universe to work with you, right? Because if you have a very step-by-step, goal-oriented, this is what I'm going to do, and something fails or something steers you off course in a way, and not even off course, but if you have to detour, you want to be flexible enough to be able to do that. Because if you're not flexible, then you're going to feel like a failure. Do you get what I'm saying there? This time is not a time to shrink back. It's a time to step really, really forward into the light. And I want to say, and I keep hearing the word, do it responsibly, or I keep hearing the words, do it responsibly. So do it with a plan, and allow yourself to dream really big. So let's see what the cards have to say. These necklaces, man, they're going like hotcakes. I only have 3 left, and and I know that we're going to make more, but I don't think it's going to be for a couple of months, because he hand makes this silver. There's going to be a batch of different necklace that's going to come out in a few weeks. But this particular necklace takes a little bit longer because it has to be, I mean, like, literally he caters to it like it's like each individual one. So there are only 3 left. I do infuse it with Reiki before I send it to you. So go check out my website. It's in the merchandise section. Also, this t-shirt is not on my merchandise section. It's not in my t-shirts, but my coffee mugs are. You can get any of the things that are said on my t-shirts on a coffee mug. So when you go to my merchandise section and check out the apparel, click on the little drop-down box, and you can change to t-shirts, mugs, hoodies, all of the above. So do that. And what else? Okay, so yeah, we talked about the events. I'll be in Kansas City this coming week, Friday. This coming weekend, Friday, I will be in Kansas City. St. Louis is July 6th. Every time I say St. Louis and the date, I burp. It's very funny. Chicago is going to be August 3rd. That's not up on my events page yet, but it should be up sometime today. LA is the weekend of August 23rd. So is San Francisco, I believe, the weekend of August 23rd. And then Portland, Oregon will be the following weekend. It is Labor Day weekend, but it's also my birthday. So I hope everybody, or I hope people can make that. I know it's Labor Day weekend. And I know people plan in advance, but come celebrate my 40th birthday with me. That would be fun. So the ones that are up on my website right now to purchase tickets for Kansas City, St. Louis, and Los Angeles, Chicago will be up later today. So, and there will be an email going out as well today for all of those events if you need to have a reminder. Go to my website, sign up for the subscription list. I think that's it. Oh, all of my readings are also on sale until the end of June. Cancer birthday specials. Today is the last day to get the Gemini birthday special. So if you want to get a birthday special, Geminis, or if you want to take advantage of your birthday special, midnight, it will be done. I think that's it. And I will be doing readings while I'm traveling They will just be few. I'll be doing personal readings while I'm traveling. They'll just be few and far between. Not few and far between. They will be, that was a bad choice of words. They will be scheduled around my traveling stuff. So anyway, okay, let's get into the cards. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. My allergies are just kicking my butt again today. And thank you for all of your suggestions and stuff. I've legit had allergies since I could remember. Like, I've had asthma and I've had allergies since I could remember. My asthma is actually, I've kind of grown out of it. But my allergies, it's not just pollen. So yes, the honey works, but it's like I'm literally allergic to everything. So I appreciate everybody's concern. I appreciate everybody's suggestions and stuff. I am actually going to try acupuncture at some point. So the cards are coming out in the same exact thing that I said before I even started to shuffle. So we have, oh, I do want to tell you guys that the last of the love readings, the Aries and Taurus will be coming out today. And I'm going to start the general readings for July starting tomorrow. I know everybody's been asking on the love readings, where are the general readings? Dude, it's not even July yet. And you don't have to be really impatient. I know that a lot of readers already have their July readings out, but if you all could just let me live. Like, I seriously had more comments yesterday on the Aquarius and Pisces readings about, where are the general readings? Are you only doing love readings now? Why are these blah, blah? I mean, it was like all these questions. I was like, oh my gosh, you guys. Seriously, I just want to be like, let me live. And you know what's funny is I just laugh it off. So I know you all are going to be like, why are people like that? Just laugh it off. Anyway. There's a lot of peanut gallery stuff happening right now. Like, everybody really wants to give their opinions about everything. All right, so we have the Four of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and Judgment. This is exactly what I was saying. Mind your own business, basically. The Four of Cups is like stepping back. A lot of people see it as apathy. A lot of people see it as, or a lot of readers will see it as apathetic. A lot of readers will see it as not really caring about, or like not wanting to have any other offers, or they don't want to give out their offers. Or I see it as really just kind of taking a step back and like allowing yourself to evaluate what you already have and not having to overstep yourself, overdo things, overextend yourself when you don't need to. It's like overthinking the color blue, you know, like you can go through all the different shades of blue that you want to, but when it comes down to it, it's just the fucking color blue, right? I know that's a really weird analogy, but that's the one I was just given. So instead of allowing yourself to overdo everything and overthink everything and overanalyze everything in your life, have a path. That's what the Knight of Pentacles is saying. The Knight of Pentacles, yes, it's a slow energy, but it's also methodical and it's also analytical. And the energy that's happening right now, you're being supported, Judgment, thank you very much, by stepping into your power and still realizing that the universe is taking care of you as you step into your power. Yeah? And knowing that if you allow yourself to stay in your lane, if you allow yourself to make a plan and dream really, really big, there are so many options that could present themselves to you. Now, some of the things that you have to realize are that with this Neptune retrograde, there are also going to be times when all of those wounds that you were trying to cover up because you didn't want to deal with them, they're going to probably surface because it's time to deal. Like, you can't sit in an illusion saying, I don't need to deal with that sadness anymore. I don't need to deal with that pain anymore. I don't need to. There was a meme that I saw on Instagram that I'm trying to think about. It was something like, people, okay, well, and this is interesting because this is the question that I get asked all the time. How do I stop hurting? How do I stop the pain? You don't stop the pain. You sit in the pain. You live through the pain. You allow that pain to transform you and change you. I guarantee you, sadness, anger, hurt, and pain are more of a catalyst to anybody's spiritual awakening than if you meditate every single day, all day long. So allow yourself to feel it. Allow yourself to let your body transform because of whatever pain that is. Now, the Three of Swords is a very interesting card because the Three of Swords is the thought process. It's the memories of everything, right? Because the initial pain or the initial thing that happened that caused the original pain, that's done. That's over, right? And it literally is something like when your heart breaks, there is actually a part of your heart that tears a little bit. But that heals. It heals up. And the thing that actually brings the pain back over and over and over again are the memories. And swords are thoughts, right? That's why it's the Three of Swords, because it's not just about the heartache. You allow yourself to have these memories and then you try to like shove them away because you're like, no, I don't want to deal with that. But the memories are trying to get you to deal with it. You might need to be in pause mode right now. Sorry, guys. I have to do a little bit of this really quick. It also feels like, again, I don't know if you guys, I mean, if you've been watching me for a while, you know that my nose just ends up itching. It feels like there's like a feather tickling. I know, it's really silly. So we have the Hanged Man. You might be asked to pause and sit in that pain for a little bit until you allow yourself to heal from it. You're not going to heal from it, any of it, until you feel it. And then we have the High Priestess, who knows everything, sees everything, doesn't really say a lot. So with the Four of Cups and the High Priestess, I feel like there's some alone time that's needed. I feel like, and with the Hanged Man, I feel like there's a pause and some alone time that's really, really needed. So you could actually, I literally want to say like cleanse the wounds. Allow yourself to heal from whatever initial hurt. And I mean, because this could be like years ago. Like I'm actually getting that it could have been like years and years ago that you were hurt by somebody, but you're still holding on to it, right? That's the memory. That's the Three of Swords memory. All right, Four of Cups. Yeah, there's some serious this Neptune retrograde is really making you, and the Cancer, all the stuff that's going on in Cancer right now, and probably the Cancer new moon with the total solar eclipse, because I have the Queen of Cups on the Four of Cups. It's bringing out a lot of emotions that I feel like everybody kind of shoved down for a really long time. Now, what's really funny is I've already dealt with, like, I dealt with this a couple of days ago. Like, and I've said before, you know, I feel the energy. A lot of times I feel the energy before anybody else. Like but But that's only because the reason why I feel the energy before everybody else is so that I can, I don't know, warn you of it or teach you about it. But I feel like a lot of you are having to sit in your emotions right now because of some things that you didn't quite deal with that are actually starting to resurface. It's a resurfacing. I feel like it's stuff from the past. I don't feel like this is a fresh wound. I don't feel like this is something that is brand new. Let's see what this Knight of Pentacles is. And it's going to be a slow process. You cannot rush the healing process. But during the healing, seriously, it feels like there's this feather, like somebody's tickling me on the tip of my nose. Keep thinking maybe it's a hair, but it's not. It's weird. Let's see what this Knight of Pentacles is. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. You have to be patient. It's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to be like miraculously healed overnight. One of the things that I did want to mention is Reiki, and I'm a Reiki master and I do long distance Reiki. So if anybody's ever interested in that, first time Reiki clients with me will get a 20% off discount. So you have to email me first, Betsy@fearlessintuition.net, in order to find out what that discount code is to get the 20% off for the first time Reiki. But it's really good in removing energy cords from people from the past. It's really helpful in aligning your chakras. And, you know, energy healing has really been proven. And a lot of my clients would even say, there's actually a couple of people that have several people have told me how they've been able to just like move forward, because they don't feel stuck anymore. Their energy is moving around a lot easier than it has in the past. The Seven of Pentacles with the Knight of Pentacles. Plant your seeds. Plant your seeds and allow yourself to do things in an analytical and methodical way. It doesn't have to be like everybody's trying to rush to get things done right now. You have to know that the process, the healing process, sometimes you're healing other people while you're healing yourself. I guarantee you that I've healed more people in my brokenness than I have as a whole and abundant person. Because I've been healing people, not even recognizing it, but I've been healing people my entire life, and I've been broken most of my life. I've been and I'm still not quite 100% put together. I'm still a broken person. I still have flaws, and I still have things that I have to work on, but because I'm aware of my shadow side, and I'm aware of the shadow work that I have to do, and when it comes up, and when I'm triggered, I'm able to work through it and move through it in a more aligned way. It's easier now than when I was shattered into a million pieces and still healing other people. Nobody would have guessed that, though. Nobody would have guessed that, because a person who is in their brokenness and healing other people are not going out there and saying, heal me, you need to heal me. They recognize that in healing other people, they're also being healed themselves, and they're also healing themselves. And I could actually thank hundreds of individuals that I have worked with in the last several years who, not even knowing that they helped my healing process as I was helping their healing process. It's very interesting how that works. But you have to know that with judgment, that the universe is supporting you. In everything that you're doing right now, the universe is 100% supporting you. So you can dream big, and you can also rest easy. The Six of Swords on Judgment is telling you that you can rest easy. You don't have to overthink everything. Like, how am I going to do this? Or how am I going to do that? Or how is this going to work? Or how is that going to work? Take a step back. Allow yourself to plant the seeds. That's what the Seven of Pentacles is. It's planning. It's planting the seeds and then planning. And then being patient. The 3 Ps, right? Plant, plan, patience. And know that the cycle of being in a lot of pain is coming to an end. So we get the World on the 3 of Swords. This is only going to happen for those people that will admit that they're ready to heal. That will, and when you admit that you're ready to heal, that means that you're admitting that you're ready to do the work to heal. Because it's really painful, right, to do it. And when you admit that you're ready to heal, that's when all of the feelings start to show up. That's when you get really super honest with yourself. And you're like, man, I've been sitting on this pain, this painful existence for a really, really long time, and I'm done. And I'm ready to allow myself to open up to it, to a whole new process. The Hanged Man is telling you to pause right now. The Hanged Man, which is interesting because we have the Hanged Man and the High Priestess next to each other, both represent Pisces archetype. So this Neptune retrograde is really showing, rearing its ugly head. It's not really ugly. I don't feel like it's ugly. I know a lot of people see it. There are positives and negatives to every transit that happens. This Hanged Man pause action, getting quiet, being on your own, is allowing you to get super honest with yourself. Like I said, Page of Swords on the Hanged Man. And when you're super honest with yourself, you can be honest with everybody else too. This time is about not kidding yourself anymore. And not living a life where you are perpetually stuck in an upside down state of mind, right? This pause is, so it's really in how you work with the energy and how you allow the energy to move with you. Let's see what the High Priestess is. 2 of Wands. Intuitively, you already know the decisions that you need to make in life. Intuitively, you already know the direction that you're supposed to be going. Are you going to allow yourself to take the risk? Are you going to listen to your higher self about what's best for you? Because our higher selves always know. Or are you going to let your ego get involved and say to you, no, you have to do things this way because that's societal standards, because that's the way things are supposed to be. This is the way you should be doing things. Is that what you're going to allow yourself to do? So the decision with the 2 of Wands and the High Priestess is, are you going to listen to your higher self who knows you better? Or are you going to listen to your ego that's telling you how rotten of a person you are because you're deciding that you want to follow your dream instead of working for the man? I don't remember the last time I said the man, working for the man. Very interesting. Neptune retrograde is really going to open up our eyes to a lot of things that we were not allowing ourselves to be honest about with ourselves and other people. So dream big. Dream about making magic happen. I should really have a shirt that says this. We might have to do like a shirt refresh. I don't know. If you, I'll have to let you know which ones I'm going to take off. Probably take off the website because I don't want to have too many options up there. We'll take some down first. I love you guys. Excuse me. Have a really, really wonderful day. If you have any questions about any of the products, any of the services, any of my merchandise, all of that is on my website, fearlessintuition.net. I am going to start the general readings tomorrow. Thank you for your patience with those. I love you all. I'll see you soon. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye.